Citizen Dog is an inspiring example of Thai cinema, idiosyncratic in the ways it employs narration and style in order to comment on life in modern Thailand. The film follows a man named Pod who lives a simple life in the suburbs of Bangkok. Pod has a friend named Sod and a girl that he likes named Jin. Pod also has a grandmother who recently died of old age. The film uses character development to create a theme that envelops the cultural aspects of Thailand, while also sticking to its main theme of what it means to live in modern Thai society.
Stylistically, the film adopts surreal imagery and features situations that defy logic. It can be difficult to incorporate surrealist elements into the film without making sacrifices to the plot and themes. However, Citizen Dogs incorporates fantastical elements in a way that adds to its story.
Surrealism began in France in the 1920s, birthed by Dadaist writer André Breton. The abstract movement committed to communicating the creative mind as uncovered in dreams, free of the cognizant control of explanation, and show allowing logic and nature not to apply. Louis Buñuel spearheaded surrealist film by effectively accomplishing the movement's objectives of freedom from straight, legitimate story.
One example of the film's successful incorporation of stylized elements in the scene where our protagonist is working his simple job at a fishing processing plant. An accidental increase in speed by the manager causes everyone to work faster at cutting and packing the fish meat in the can. Before the protagonist knows it, he cuts his own finger off and packs it in the can, only for it to be shipped to a department store within minutes.
In Citizen Dog's dreamlike world, losing a finger is treated as no more serious than misplacing a piece of jewelry. This contributes to the surrealist-like world that they live in. The film forgoes graphic imagery when depicting that what would normally be a horrific workplace accident remains lighthearted and fantastical. Citizen Dog never gets too serious about its subject matter, allowing the audience to decipher its more serious themes for themselves. The film employs stylistic elements and a comedic tone in order to explore its theme that remains present in the background throughout. An underdeveloped culture of film criticism in these countries erases these lives further from cinematic history. Without criticism, these filmmakers don't gain notoriety for creating more films, leaving a lack of funding for future production. Most of Hollywood funding comes from foreign press money. Without international funding, it leaves this industry isolated. While Citizen Dog may exhibit similar narrative and stylistic qualities to surrealist world filmmakers like Wes Anderson, the lack of notoriety restrains filmmakers like Wizit Sunstein from creating productions that compete on the world stage.
The film incorporates many aspects of Thai culture and tradition into its narrative. For example, Moi, the girlfriend of Sod, believes that she is the princess of the Chinese emperor and that she is stuck in Thailand, which is why she cannot live her life as a princess. The film uses Moi's delusions of grandeur for comic effect, while also playing on Thailand's political and cultural reverence for their monarchy. The film is clearly poking fun at Moi's inflated ego while including cultural elements that resonate with Thai audiences. Citizen Dog also gives its opinion on the state of the youth growing up in modern Thai society. This is exemplified by the scene where an 8-year-old girl gets in Pod's taxi and demands that he take her to the mall. She acts much older than she is, rebelling against her parents for not giving her attention. The 8-year-old relies on her toy bear as sort of a coping mechanism for her loneliness. The film implies that there is a problem with the youth not receiving adequate care and attention from their busy parents. Citizen Dog successfully incorporates aspects of Thai culture and society in order to make meaningful commentary about modern Thailand. Lastly, Citizen Dog focuses on ordinary people in order to comment on the effect modern society has on average Thai citizens. This message is conveyed in the film through the character Jin, Pod's love interest. The relationship between Pod and Jin represents the perspective that an average citizen has on love. The film uses the relationship between Pod and Jin, as well as Jin's dream, in order to portray the main theme of the story. Jin is an ordinary citizen of Thailand who receives a book from a plane crash. Jin believes that the book chose her for a reason, that the book, which she cannot read, is trying to tell her something significant. She adores the book with all her heart, so much that she chooses to move to Bangkok in order to find its meaning. The film's representation of Jin's character is pertaining to the film's interpretation of how most people live their lives. The film speaks to ordinary people and hopes to convey the fact that many of us live our lives as though we are the main character of a film. Searching for meaning and success in our lives is an integral part of the human experience. Jin believes that she will find the meaning of her book, just as everyone looks for meaning in their own lives. The film conveys this through the use of characters like the co-workers of Jin, who make fun of her for her dreams. It is clearly articulated that every one of us should dream to be successful in whatever we choose to do, that dreaming big is better than not dreaming at all.
Citizen Dog utilizes components of surrealist comedy, elements of Thai traditions and culture, and depictions of ordinary lifestyles of everyday people living in Bangkok in order to convey its idiosyncratic characteristics.